Alright, after a little bit of a sidestep, we are very close to the destination for the main quest. Trying to find, not chasing yet, that special Wight.
Our guests.
Here,
Never
we're
a good
gonna
omen.
fight a few monsters. Because, well, there is no other way. But I'm a stronger one. Okay, I don't care about the loot. We will have to kill a couple more of those, if I remember correctly. Let's see, that's the next one here. Okay, any more? I do believe there is at least one more. Maybe I can avoid those. Whoa, that's a lot, whatever they are. What are you? Whatever. Don't need to fight everything
I
that's
sense that the
alive.
spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
There is a special message, Geralt.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Yes, indeed, that curse is literally everywhere. On the inside and the outside of
pigsty.
this house.
Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some Wight saliva. Wight's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
A stained diary. For a few days now I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to a herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and lagged it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I'm cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat. I want to eat, not a good spoon, empty spoons. Nothing. Eat. It hurts. Mirror. Lies. No. Wah!
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
More spoons.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Yep, that is the poor woman or girl or whatever she was before the curse. The curse started turning her slowly.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
I believe it's not really required for me to check all of those spoons, except for this one.
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. Wight's a true collector.
This certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christopherson and Sons workshop in 1210. Okay, that's a long time ago. Belongs to Smigel Serkis, owner of the pheasantry. Do you know what the reference is for Smigel and Serkis? Smigel is a character that Andy Serkis played in Lord of the Rings.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
And if you remember the words of the curse, we're about to examine what the Wight attempted to do and how she attempted to do it to lift up the curse.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck, indentation in the skull's lateral surface, smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off, teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
Let's try and read that decaying letter. I don't remember it, but I must have definitely read it before. Dear Master Lavisieur, I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person with whom I meet, for I am affected by a curse, or, as I hope and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited the herbalist, she disappeared without trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do that, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you, I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I'm affected by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by my manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I'm aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Marlina de Trastamara. This is a reference, the only one that I have discovered so far, at least from the main story of the Blood and Wine quest. It is the reference to the Hearts of Stone expansion and the Master Mirror Gaunter Odim. He is the main character, the main first NPC, then he becomes the main villain, the main evil character that we have to stand against or team up with, but I don't want to spoil too much of the first expansion if you've not played it. And apparently this is the same guy, because he appears to be selling mirrors for fun.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Very romantic. We picked up a secondary quest here somewhere. Where exactly is it? That's the one. Ask the owner of the pheasantry about the mysterious spoon key that I've just looted, well, not just, but a few minutes ago.
Wight's obsessed. A real collector. thoroughbred.
Down here is the fun part of the quest.
Actually does seem like a Wight's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Cauldron I was looking for. Wight's not particularly tidy. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands, and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Table's set. Wight who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. Wight that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Thank you, game, for leveling me up. Now let's go hide.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Oh, what a lovely picture. We know the curse, and I know the right answer. So I'm gonna do that because I want to show, even though I have the highlights of what happens when you manage to lift up the curse, and I have not done for myself yet what happens if you don't lift the curse. I mean, I played through it to some point, but I didn't finish the quest. I will leave that for my second walkthrough, the replay version on New Game Plus. So the idea is to play to eat without spoons, because the words of the curse are exactly: no spoon shall feed you. It doesn't matter if it's her spoon or my spoon or any other spoon. It doesn't have to be switching, and you don't want to use the same spoons again. So we're eating without spoons.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. eyes. You need to see your likeness. Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the Wight. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Which basically means go out and find it, her. I hope there won't be any fighting. Oh, damn it. There are monsters on the way. Well, let's kill them. Hey, doggy. Oh, I do remember fighting that specific monster the first time. I actually got stuck right here on the column of the wall. Of the fence, so it's not really a wall. Let's try some decoctions maybe. Damage dealt to foes that generates vitality, always damn useful. And 5% crit chance is not really that needed. I believe the Ancient Lesson decoction would be more useful here to up my science, but unfortunately I can't afford it. Do I actually have... Yes, I do. I do have Whirl in my build. Let's try and use it against those monsters. I switched it out later on, right before I recorded my favorite build video. It is because actually I don't enjoy Whirl too much. I don't play a signed build and Whirl is not exactly the most useful ability for me. So, time to go find her. Oh, okay. One more fight, maybe? Okay. Now, let's see. Where did she hide? She was next to a... Oh, there we go. She has already transformed into an old lady, Marlina.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
For 100
Take you someplace
years,
safe.
this Wight has been searching for the right spoon. And she's been trying to force people to sit and eat on the table together with her. But no, you needed the Witcher. She needed the
So I
Witcher
took her
to
by
lift
the
up
hand and
curse.
led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basilfolti, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corfo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir, I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlina. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlina didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlina had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Because during this walkthrough series that I'm recording, I've never witnessed Corvo Bianco. We're currently in my new vineyard, which at the moment looks horrid. But that's because I haven't done any renovation or any upgrades to it. And this is my... what's his name in English? What's his job in English? A housekeeper or housekeeping or some sort? So yeah, we haven't introduced ourselves yet properly, but I have no intention of doing that because I will probably never really expand the vineyard in this walkthrough. I have a very special dedicated video, 2 videos dedicated to the vineyard. One of it is a complete walkthrough of exploring it, getting myself introduced to Major Domo, or damn it, you know I struggle reading names properly. And then a second video, a complete tour of the full vineyard with all of the gardens, the cellar, of course, the inside of the house. A complete tour after it's been fully renovated and upgraded. We need to leave Marlina for a few days to eat and drink like mad, and then she's gonna become my cook. I also have a highlight of a video when that happens, so I'm not gonna bother sitting here and meditating for a few days until she's finished eating. But if you're curious, I will probably have the link here somewhere. If not, if I forget to do that, or for some other reason I don't put the video annotation or a card here somewhere, you can find the 2 videos with the follow-up conversation with Marlina here in my vineyard. It's both of the videos are located with the title Wight follow-up and so on in my best moments series video collection here on YouTube, and it's also present on my website. Well, there is one more side quest that I picked up, if you remember that special spoon key. Would you like to maybe go and quickly explore what is it about before we finish this? Why not? I believe I've mentioned that many times in the past, including in live streams and other videos from previous series, but just in case you've never heard it, Geralt owns many horses and he rides many horses in his Witcher life, and the specific fun thing is that he calls all of them Roach. Even more fun is, before I enter I will tell you, he actually gives a different name in the Bulgarian version of the books of the horse. But let's not discuss that, I suppose it's not very important to you.
Wipe your boots before you take another step. Don't slurp your food, don't eat with your hands, don't pick your teeth with your knife.
What?
Oh, I'm just jesting. You, sir, clearly were not born in a barn. Welcome to the pheasantry, the best auberge in all the duchy.
To the point.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My, oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
See you later.
Thank you, lady, for the information. Now let's see. The cellar was, I believe, this way. Smigo Lewis Circus Cookbook. Usually these side quests, especially the treasure ones, are nothing important, but since it was kind of attached to a main quest, it's a good idea to finish it probably. And after all, it gives us more chances to adore this beautiful landscape. Once again, YouTube doesn't do justice to the beauty of the game. That is, of course, if you have a powerful enough PC that can support the beauty of it. It does come at a price, a very steep price. Here, we expect to find a treasure and maybe a little bit of trouble. Always nice to start prepared with a Q shield. That is indeed the treasury recipe for, I hope, a delicious pasta. Honestly, I've never tried making it. That was a joke, of course. It's not something that you can really learn. The good news is that we got a formula for a mutagen. And, well, there are a couple of other probably interesting things spread around this room. But this was the treasury. And since the deal is done, the next part is go back to Regis and report what I've done and what I've found. Okay, let's play this thing. Hey, you're not playing fair. Open the damn door. Oh, there we go. Yarden is the weak spot of these creatures, and I might as well put proper oil. And she is a bit high level. Oh. And we've got the bestiary added because we've just slain a special kind of mob. Let's see, specters. Banshees. Did I read that properly? Well, old gossip claim Banshees are the spirits of women stuck between life and death due to traumatic experiences. Their wails and howls are considered ill omens of imminent, inevitable death. Though they are said not to attack the living themselves, most often they appear in the form of a pale, tear-streaked women with shriveled faces and wrinkled corpse-like bodies. Good description of exactly what we see in the picture. I'm gonna wrap up the video here because it became far too long. Thank you very much for enjoying, I believe, part 7. Next time, we're gonna go back to speak to Regis and continue with the main quest. See you there. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website vogt.com for daily videos and news. And stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.